All things Mavs.
Mavs fans, we got our first breaking news of the free agency season for the Dallas Mavericks. Trey Burke is returning to the Dallas Mavs on a 3-year deal worth $10 million. Now, I figured Trey Burke would be somebody the Mavs brought back, but I thought with the drafting of Tyrell Terry out of Stanford, it'd be a little less likely, and I wasn't really ready to lose Bubble Burke, and luckily for the Mavs and for Trey Burke himself, he's back on a 3-year deal. Now, remember, he didn't come over to Dallas. He originally came over to Dallas in the Kristaps Porzingis trade along with Tim Hardaway Jr., Courtney Lee, and of course KP, and played out that year with the Mavs. But then he did not return, went to the Philadelphia 76ers, and then he gets cut. However, the Mavericks needed to add another guy going into the bubble when Willie Cauley-Stein decided to opt out. And Trey Burke came in and did his magic and was a big reason the Mavs were able to push the Los Angeles Clippers to 6 games. Now, of course, with Seth Curry being traded away for the defensive presence that is Josh Richardson, Trey Burke stays here and remains another playmaking guard for the Dallas Mavericks, along with Tyrell Terry off the bench, Jalen Brunson as well. And we'll talk a little bit about DeLon Wright at the end of this show as well because, guys, he's not coming back. But we'll talk more about that later. So what I want you to do is grade this signing for the Dallas Mavericks. Do you give it an A, a B, a C, a D, or an F? F being like, I never wanted Burke back. I didn't want him here. Why did the Mavs do this? A D is like, that's too much money. I'm mad we paid him, but whatever. A C is you're just super indifferent. B is like, all right, solid, maybe a little bit of an overpay, but whatever. And A is that you're ecstatic and this is perfect. I'll give this about a B+ on this one because I think it's really good. I think taken away from the mid-level exception, which is what the Mavs are doing here, hurts a little bit, but you're getting a great point guard and a guy that knows Rick Carlisle's system. And you look at the Mavs as a whole this offseason, they have some other free agents that I'm kind of interested to see what happens with them. JJ Barea, maybe he comes back as a player coach, maybe just a coach, maybe he's done playing, I don't know. Courtney Lee, he ain't coming back. MKG, he ain't coming back. Willie Cauley-Stein, maybe he returns after opting out of his player option, but I highly, highly doubt it. Josh Reeves and Antonius Cleveland are two-way guys that I like. Josh Reeves, wouldn't mind to see him back on a 2-way deal, but probably shouldn't get a roster spot. Of course, the Mavs drafted Josh Green, they drafted Tyrell Terry, and they drafted Tyler Bay, and they acquired Josh Richardson. So I'm happy with this re-signing of Trey Burke. Again, a $10 million deal over the next 3 years. He's coming back as probably a backup. He doesn't have to play the main point guard position. He can play well without the ball in his hands, as he proved in the bubble. And so he can play alongside guys like Jalen Brunson. He can play alongside guys like Luka Doncic and give you that playmaking ability that he really needs. And honestly, good for Trey Burke, a guy who looked like he was about out of the league with the Sixers, and then all of a sudden he comes back to the Mavs and proves his value. If you look at it, Mavs kind of got a steal at $3.3 million $3.3 million each year for the next 3 years. And guys, he's not like that old. He's 27 years old, so he can still contribute to this team even in the future. And he has been proven to be a pretty solid defender as well. Now, today's show is made possible by our friends at Manscaped. Manscaped.com/chat is the best place to go for the best male grooming kit you're ever going to find. 20% off and free shipping. This little puppy right here, the Lawnmower 3.0. It is the most quiet men's grooming kit, or men's grooming tool, you're ever going to use. It has a light at the end, so it helps you get in all the hard places to reach when you're in the shower trying to shave. No nicks. It also, the best thing, it's waterproof, so you can use it in the shower. Go get yours today. Or for all of our female Mavs fans for life, go get this for your man. You're not going to regret it either. Also, gets you 20% off the perfect package, which comes with that Lawnmower 3.0. It comes with ball toner, ball deodorant, so you're not all smelly and sweaty, and not to forget the most comfortable pair of boxers you're ever going to wear. Mavs fans, we've got you hooked up for the holiday season. Go get yours today. Do yourself a favor and do the lady in your life a favor as well by going to Manscaped, checking them out, and getting 20% off plus some free shipping. Now, I want to take a little turn of attention to the Mavs, or to Trey Burke's stats with the Dallas Mavericks. Now, it's interesting, right? Because he puts up 12 points per game, 3.8 assists per game, and 1.9 rebounds per game. And now he comes back to the Mavs. And I think the most interesting part of all this is that it probably means DeLon Wright is on his way out. Listen, DeLon Wright just didn't work out very well with the Dallas Mavericks. That was the main point, and now I think a trade is on its way. I think it happens within the next 24 to 48 hours, in all honesty, if you're the Dallas Mavericks, because something big is going to happen. If you have guys like Tyrell Terry, you have Jalen Brunson, and now you have Trey Burke coming back on this deal, you don't have enough money and you don't have enough playing time to play a guy like DeLon Wright. So I'm doing everything I can to ship him out the door, a guy that didn't really fit in this system all that well. So expect a DeLon Wright trade very, very soon. And when it happens, we'll have it covered for you here on All Things Mavs. Look, DeLon Wright, I think he's still a solid player. Just didn't fit in this Mavericks system. So I think he's on his way out, especially with the Trey Burke signing. Look, the writing's on the walls. It's bound to happen. So everybody, go ahead and wave bye-bye to DeLon Wright in the comments section if you really want to. Mavs fans, I do want to give you a big thank you because y'all really helped me out here. You got me to 10,000 subscribers on All Things Mavs, and that was a huge accomplishment for me. We're continuing to grow this channel like crazy, and it's all because of you. So if you've subscribed, type hashtag MFFL in the comment section. You guys have done it before, and if you haven't subscribed, guess what? It's real easy. You scroll on down, you hit the big red button, and it means you subscribe. So if that button's red right now, go ahead and make it gray. When it turns gray, that means you've subscribed. I just wanted to say thank you one more time for getting me to 10,000 subscribers. It's a huge accomplishment. We're going to keep going. We're going to go to 20, and then we're going to go to 30, then we're going to go 40, and then 41 for Dirk. We'll stop at 41 for a little bit, and then our next jump, 77K for Luka Doncic. One more time, thank you guys. Y'all are awesome. Type hashtag MavsFanForLife in the comments section. So, guys, I want you to make a prediction for me in the comments section. What's next for the Dallas Mavericks? Because as we're recording this, and I'm looking at my time, 8:30 p.m. Central Time on Friday night of free agency. Only thing that's happened so far is Trey Burke has re-signed, but I think another trade is on the horizon, especially one that probably centers around DeLon Wright. But why don't you guys make your predictions in the comment section? What do you think is next? Who do you think is next? And where does it come from? Let me know what you guys think. Look, I don't think the Mavs are done, right? I think a trade's coming at some point or one more signing because they still have $6 million left in the mid-level exception. They used $3 million of their $9.3 million on Trey Burke in this signing. And honestly, I think that's worth it. I think you'll see them use the rest of that $6 million on a big man or some kind of enforcer. Look for guys like Paul Millsap. Christian Wood is still technically on the market at the time that we're recording this, but Danilo Gallinari, he's out the door. That was a guy that I would have liked to see on the Mavs. So go ahead and make your predictions in the comments. What do you think happens? Make sure you like this video, you subscribe, and if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter at all_things_Mavs.